In guilty conscious news.
Oh, that's me after a hamburger.
I thought you were gonna say a hand job.
No, not hand job. Hamburgers and
His own hand job?
cakes and donuts.
I never feel guilty about food anymore. It's so good. I
Really?
once had sex with my friend's chicken sandwich and then watched him eat it.
That is guilt.
Was that you in that video?
Yeah.
I'm happy to put a face on that now.
It was a black guy.
Submitted by Corey Loves JK.
Hey, Corey.
Thanks, Corey.
Hi, Kai.
A former waitress returns $1,000 she stole from a restaurant in the 90s.
Oh.
Someone's at a 12-step program.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so yeah, this former waitress from Arizona.
She stole it in the 90s? Isn't it worth like 5,000 or
I know, I hope
10,000
she
now?
accounted for inflation.
Damn, you're all business.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't even think of that. I was like, oh shit, it's probably a couple more now.
Yep.
Cause I remember my mom buying a house in like the 90s and it was like 180,000. And it's like in LA. There's no way you could buy a house for 180,000 now.
You ever been by LAX, those little shacks? Those are probably minimum $500,000.
Yeah.
If not even more. And they're shacks.
Yeah.
Then you hear airplane all day.
I think she did account for inflation because she said she stole a couple hundred, but she gave 1,000.
Okay.
Oh, all right, we're
very
back.
nice.
Damn, that's inflation and fucking interest.
Yeah, and I'm sorry attached to it too.
Fuck,
Yeah,
that's
so-
giving me some flashbacks of things I should do.
So this is the letter that the restaurant received. I will read it to you.
I was down and out and I needed some crack.
It says, Dear Carlotta family, I worked for you as a waitress very briefly back in the 1990s while a student at University of Arizona. One of the waiters I worked with had encouraged me to forget to ring in a few drinks a shift and pocket the cash. And for some stupid reason, I did it. I grew up in the church, I knew better. I hadn't stolen a dime before then, nor have I since. Thankfully, I was a terrible waitress and you all fired me before it could amount to more than a few $100s total. It's been 20 years, but I still carry great remorse. I am very sorry that I stole from you. Please accept my apology and this money as a repayment and 20 years of interest. May God forever bless you and your family.
What if they sold the restaurant and it's not even the same people anymore?
Yeah.
It is.
Okay,
I've
thank goodness.
never ever felt guilty for something I did that far in the past.
Oh, life is all about guilt for me, man. Fuck.
me.
I do.
Want to talk about it?
There's several homes that I broke
wanna
into,
talk about it.
but one in particular I feel fucking horrible for is it was a senior couple and their daughter or kid that lived in there too, so they're all old. But then I grabbed one of the drawers, I pulled it, and I saw a birthday card. In the birthday card, there was a fuck ton of cash, like $200-300. I took that shit, and we got a bunch of other things. But then, I mean, they might be old and dead now, but because they were seniors at the time. But that's just burnt in my memory. Like fuck, I took somebody's happy birthday.
Oh, that is pretty
cash
bad though, dude.
gift.
Yeah,
It
you
was.
should
I
feel
read
bad
the
for
card. I read the card, and the thing that I always used to do is just run in, and the first thing I would do is just put all the pictures down because I didn't want people looking at me.
Is a
Yeah.
thief with a conscience. That's so
Yeah.
fucking funny, dude. He takes a piss and he flushes the toilet.
Yeah, I know. And then so I specifically remember what we did right after that. We went and filled up our car's tank with gas, and then after that we went and got some Chinese food, and during that whole time I was eating food, I felt like every bite of rice was like sadness.
Disgusting.
It was good, but it was like, fuck, that was some shit. Like I hit an all new low. And then the rest of the money, I think my friends just burned it on fucking crack. And I don't even remember.
Like literally crack?
Yeah, they would, most of it was just for crack.
Yeah, if you're stealing birthday money, you're smoking crack.
But see, I know the
From a
street.
senior couple? You fucking piece of shit. No, I don't feel bad. I've never done something like that. You fucking
I don't even
piece of shit.
remember where. I know
can't be friends with
I
you.
know the area that we hit because we hit 3 homes in that area, but that one was the one that's just burnt in my soul. I know the street, and then I keep feeling like I want to knock on that door and give them some money and tell them I'm sorry. I keep having that feeling
What
in
if
my
it's a
heart.
Chinese family now?
I don't even remember where the house is, and there's so many that we did, but that was the one that made me feel like, fuck, dude, I hit an all-time low.
One time I was at a taco shop in Vegas and people just left this wallet on the video game and it had $300 cash on it. And I just grabbed it and jumped in my car and I saw them run frantically in. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna keep, they probably need this cash. But I kept it.
Shit!
I feel bad too.
Do you really feel bad?
I do. Even in that moment, I knew, like, I was effing those people up, man, and I felt bad. But you're like, I need this. Like, I do big shows at the Comedy Store, and I pay people like good money to do it because I'm blessed these guys do it. And I gave Eddie Bravo, some cash and a couple $100.
Yeah.
And he just hit me up. He's like, "Hey, dude, I lost my envelope. Do you think anybody might have turned it in?" I go, "Dude, it's hundreds of dollars in cash. Do you think anybody's gonna turn that in?"
Yeah.
Hopefully somebody needs that money, and it's just the way the world works out. But
Let's hope that they didn't use it on crack.
cash is gone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so this is the restaurant in Tucson.
Tuscans.
You know what's really weird is, like, as a waiter, sometimes you would just like to make, if it's slow, to make a couple bucks. I would love to know if she was like stealing like well drinks or so, or is it just like fountain drinks where like they're making like a nickel? I mean, it costs them a
I think
nickel
it's alcohol. It might be like beer.
She didn't specify. She just said, you don't ring up some drinks. You keep the cash.
Just imagine if that's the worst thing you did in your life. You've held on to that for 20 years.
Then you're a saint.
I've done worse than that just this week.
True.
Yeah, so this is the owner that received the letter. So she was saying that letter really impacted.
She looks like a librarian at a San Francisco very niche, interesting bookstore.
Yeah, she looks like she works at a Christian lesbian center, right?
Something like that, you know?
Yeah. Praise the Lord sometimes.
Yeah.
Christian lesbian.
Yeah, so she was just saying
Jesus was a lady.
Jesus was in drag. Do you guys ever hear of Eurovision? It's this huge thing that America's not part of. It's like where they got the idea for American Idol. And one of the guys won it was basically a drag queen that looked like Jesus. He was a Jesus drag queen.
What was his talent?
Just singing. It's a singing competition. It's the most. I was in Australia when it was on. I never heard it. It's the most amazing competition. All of Europe compete, and for some reason Israel's in it, but they all compete on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I love these talent shows that are like.
Singer? This is Jared Leto. Who else is it?
Dude, I did shrooms at K-Rock's Weenie Almost Acoustic Christmas, the last one at the Forum. I didn't want to like that dude. I didn't want to like 30 Seconds from Mars. They fucking blew it
They're
up,
awesome. And Jared Leto is just a dope guy.
Was it the shrooms or was it the?
Oh, right.
It might have been shrooms, but they got me, dude. Let me tell you, the greatest live show I've ever seen in my life was Prophets of Rage. Oh. Because they're like a super group of Public Enemy, Cypress Hill, and Rage Against the Machine.
Cool.
What? They all got together? That was a group?
Yeah, and dude, he introduced the song. He's like, it's Be Real from Cypress Hills. He's like, these are dangerous times. And in these dangerous times, we need a dangerous song. And this is the most dangerous song of them all. And it's Killing in the Name of. Dude, full mushroom trip. Place is going nuts.
My high school
I feel like
self.
I'm getting goosebumps just from hearing
My
your
high
story.
school self would be like, oh.
Was that your favorite band? That was my favorite band in high school. Zach?
The year I was gonna. Zach De La Rocha?
Yeah. Killing Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah. That year that I was gonna go watch them live because my parents finally let me.
They split, right? Wait, was that 1999 or 2000 or some shit like that? Yeah. You know what's crazy? I almost probably got abducted because I met someone on the internet and I told him how much I fucking love Rage Against the Machine. I was like 13 or 14 at the time. And I was like, I gotta fucking go to one of their concerts. I have to do it, because I'm all political and shit, right? And then they were gonna pick me up and we were gonna go with a random person on the internet.
Wow,
Yeah,
dude.
I probably did that multiple times, but
I remember when I was a kid, we were I grew up in upstate New York, which is shady as fuck. And me and my friend, I was maybe I want to say 9 years old. And back then you could just walk around, nobody worried about it.
yeah, that's true.
But this woman pulled up in a truck. She's like, do you guys know where the hospital was? And I'm like, oh, you just go down here, turn on. She's like, man, I'm confused, man. I wish you could just get in the truck and show me where it is. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. My friend's like, what are you, dumb? You don't know who that is. You're going to get in their truck and show him where it is?
You got saved.
Damn.
How old was your friend? Also 9?
Yeah, he's like 9 or 10.
You were really dumb kid?
Yeah, it was.
Was she
I
hot?
almost got molested twice. It didn't happen. I think it's because I'm a grower, not a shower, right?
Oh. So they pulled their pants down and they were just
well, you don't just
disappointed?
stop there.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, they would shower. like it was like this weird thing, man. It was way back in the day. Things were different.
Were they hot though?
What do you mean? The guys that were gonna
Oh, those
molest me?
guys. Oh,
The
shit.
girls.
What do you think I would be complaining if it was a chick? It's not molestation. That's hooking up.
Wait, wasn't it a chick in the truck trying to
The
get to
chick was in the truck. I never got into the truck, but there was 2 other instances.
Oh, that's a different story.
Oh. I used to molest my teacher with my eyes.